Oh, and mine's and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And for Valentine's Day this year, I promised the much better half that I would keep all the farts trapped under the blanket. They're not getting out. But do me a favor and hit that like button, or you'll be forced to stand barefoot in front of every public urinal you use for the rest of your life. And it's Valentine's Day. So, what we're going to do today, it's a little bit different than usual. We are going to get our pee bottles ready. If you don't have a pee bottle, I don't know why not. You're supposed to have one, but go ahead and fill one up if you don't have it. I'll wait. Okay, now that you have a pee bottle, I got mine ready. When you hear the word adequate, I want you to throw it at the wall as hard as you can. All right, as hard as you can. Now, if your dad catches you, don't tell him I told you to. I don't want him hitting me, all right? But this week, we have been carrying the Snake Eye Tactical 7-inch Cupid Heart Ladies Valentine's Day pocket knife with love pocket clip included. And it's right here. So, let's take a look at what we're holding, because it'll bother you if I don't, and you know I love you. So, first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. We have got steel scales on steel liners. We have got a flipper tab. Let's flick the bean for Valentine's Day. And we got right about 3 inches, a little bit less, of what is actually identified as 440 steel, if memory serves, on the blade itself. Let's see if I can find this again. Yeah, 440 stainless china. We thought it might be 3CR13, but we got 440. So, I carried this thing for the week, and I'll tell you right now, all right, what really sold me on this was the hearts. We got hearts cut out on the blade, a heart cut out on the flipper tab. We got the rhinestone right here in the rose, but the pocket clip that says love is what really sold it on me, or sold me on it. Sorry, words are hard. Somehow that's your fault. But, you know, this is one, I bought it, it was $14.99 on Amazon, and it was just too silly to pass up. You know, I like trying to find holiday-themed knives for the holidays when they happen. I'm still trying to find one for St. Patrick's Day, so bear with me on that. Easter's probably going to be a challenge, if I had to guess. But, so I was actually kind of excited to carry this one. You know, this is definitely gas station and flea market trash. This is the kind of thing that I used to kind of stumble across at my friends' houses and stuff like that when I was living hard and broke. I enjoy stuff like this. It entertains me. This is entertainment and fun, not serious carry. But I did carry it for the week. And I gotta tell you, it was perfectly adequate. There's that word. I threw my pee bottle. I bet you threw yours. Fook, I don't see you throwing yours. That's better. So, you know, it did good. It did good. You know, I can't find a thing to complain about. Like $15 to $440. Like, I've gotten used to better steels popping up at that price range. We're starting to see D2 drop down to $15 sometimes. But, I mean, $440, it's okay for what we're doing here. You know, it's good enough for the girls I've gone out with. Now, you know, and it did good. The only complaint that I really have about this thing, assisted openers aren't my jam, but the steel scales, they are slippery. And if your hands are as dried out as mine are, you can go to close it and it starts sliding backwards. And that's never fun. It feels like you've lost control of the knife and you might actually grip too hard and cut yourself. Now, I will say the hearts right here provide a bit of traction, so if you hold it right, you're in good shape. But there were a lot of times where I'd go to close it and I'm on reflex and not, you know, pressing down on the one grippy surface on here, and it would start sliding back. And it was annoying, but not the end of the world. I was able to work around it. Now, the factory edge, that was pretty decent. You know, it came out of the box with a decent factory edge. Let's take a look at where we're at on the edge now. Let's flick the bean again. It's Valentine's Day. You know, that should be in the 200s, probably a bit over 200 now. But that being said, I did feed it some cardboard. It cut that pretty well. And I fed it several plastic straps. This was just one of those weeks where I had to cut them. And the plastic straps we get at work are pretty hardcore. Like, they are pretty hardcore. Let's see if I can find that snag again. Nah, so there's not a huge snag, but I can tell it's more worn out than when we started. But there were several plastic straps, the plastic seal on one of our trailers at work. I had to get down there and cut it, and I wanted to try because the safety cutters we used, the last edge on that one, I annihilated, and I don't like losing those. Or at least I don't like losing the edge on them. So it did well. Like it did what I needed it to. It didn't complain about anything. Of course, I didn't abuse it. But for day-to-day use concrete cowboy carry, yeah, I can't find anything to argue with. There's nothing I hate about this. I'm just mildly annoyed with how slippery the scales are. But they do have a surface with some traction. This feels kind of like a rubbery plastic. It's not as plasticky as I would guess. It's like probably a softer. I'm not sure what the material is, but it's really grippy. You got some traction there, so again, that kind of helps out with the slippery problem on it. So I mean, there's not much too crazy to complain about. I've had worse knives with bigger complaints, but yeah. So I am looking forward to doing Cardboard Slayer on this, which is happening tonight, the Valentine's Day stream. If you haven't checked one of those out, please drop by and check it out. They're a lot of fun. There's some beautiful chaos, and we are going to wreck the edge on this thing. And I've got the upgrade stones for the Worksharp Precision Adjust Professional. I have got the 1200, 2000, and 3000 grit resin bonded stones to go with that, and to go with the Cutting Lace EDC diamond emulsion. I'm going to drop a link to her emulsion in the description so that you can check that out if you want to upgrade your stropping game. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get paid for it, but I like supporting small businesses, and yeah, small business. But let's get the edge sharpness tester out, and let's see where it's sitting. The edge sharpness tester was, of course, provided by you guys through super chats, the donations, the channel memberships, all that. I can't thank you enough for that. And how this thing works is it measures the number of grams of force it takes to cut through that wire on the calibrated test clip. Let's get a new test clip out, and hopefully you guys are having a good Valentine's Day. Whether you're celebrating by yourself or with somebody you love, hopefully you're having a good one. If you're by yourself, maybe throw a few rose petals on the bed, turn on some soft music, turn the lights down low, and really enjoy yourself. Apologize to your ancestors when you're done. Make sure the session's that good, but, treat yourself to something romantic for yourself. All right, I'm arming the boy. Everyone stand back. All right, coming close. Let's see where we're at. We had the most wear right up here. 241. So I believe, if memory serves, and I could be wrong, we were hovering around the 200 marks. The 241 is kind of fast wear, but it's 440. We kind of expected that. I'm hoping this does a little better than 3CR and Cardboard Slayer, but we'll see. I don't remember the last time we did 440 without a C on the end of it. 440C, if I remember right, held up pretty good. The 440, no idea. No idea what it's going to do, but I'm looking forward to finding out. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much of an edge it takes. I am going to go for one of the sharpest edges of my life. I am so excited about those resin bonded stones. I cannot tell you. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, overall, for $15, given how amusing this thing is, and by the way, I showed this to everyone that was even remotely interested at work. Two reactions. Guys that weren't really into knives at all were like, damn, that thing's nice. I'm like, it's gas station trash, but it's funny trash. And other guys were just, that's funny. That is hilarious. And of course, they knew we were looking at gas station trash. Part of the reason I got this, I wanted to have that fun with it. But at the end of the day, for $15, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. So, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're hitting that 5K mark today. Comments, I love some feedback. Let me know what you think about this thing or anything else. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.